Gilmore Girls and Hairstyles. Let me know in the comments which character's hairstyle resembles yours the most. I feel like I'm almost a season 1 Rory. Hey Val, just curious, on Gilmore Girls and other shows, is the hairstyle for each scene/character decided after clothing and costumes? Or is that decided together? I reached out to Renee Vaca. Renee was one of our hairstylists on the show. This is what she had to say. Unless it was written in the script like the 1940s episode, it was decided between myself and the actors. We always took wardrobe into consideration, so if one of you asked for it, I'd do it. And she also said that the other episode that she remembers being scripted was Festival of Living Art. But what does she mean scripted? I mean, sometimes it could say she has her hair in a ponytail, which most of the time Gilmore Girls did not denote the hairstyles in the script. And I think in the 1940s episode, as well as Festival of Living Arts, it was more of a collaboration between costumes, props, makeup, and hair. Fun fact, in Festival of Living Arts, some of the hair is actually not hair. It is in fact a rubber wig. Now, if there is a reason for a specific hairstyle, like something's going to happen in the scene and they need the hairstyle to be in that way, that's when it's going to be listed in the script. I do not remember on Gilmore Girls ever really having too many of those moments, except maybe Lane in the purple wig. Dyed. Yeah, of course she dyed her hair in that moment, right? Or the moment where Lorelai is getting her hair done at the hairstylist. Fun fact, the hairstylist in the hair salon is Patty Malcolm, our stand-in for Lauren Graham. In order to make Lauren more comfortable in that scene, as well as give Patty an opportunity to act, because stand-ins are actors, Patty played Leanne, the hairstylist. As far as Rory's big chop, I feel like I remember Alexis and Amy talking about it. Maybe Alexis wanted to get a different hairstyle and them deciding when they were going to be able to write it in the script, which meant that they needed to find a place that made logical sense. They had to make the shooting schedule work so that one moment she had long hair and then the next time we saw her she had short hair. But they needed to make sure whatever scenes that we had filmed previous were in the can and were perfect, because we would not have been able to go backwards and reshoot any of those other scenes. And that one was definitely embedded in the script. Remember the line that Lorelai says to Rory as she enters the house. Can you think of any other moments that were in the script? Another moment that comes to mind is Taylor's toupee. That was definitely in the script. Yeah, Michael Winters wasn't showing up to work with a toupee on his head and then just ad-libbing, because we never ad-libbed on Gilmore Girls. Now here's another fun fact about hair. Not all hair is the responsibility of the hair department. Can you think of a place that hair could be that would make it the responsibility of another department on set? If you thought of Richard's mustache and the stubble on Luke's chin, you would be correct. Makeup is the one that takes care of facial hair and any other hair that's not on the top of their head. But we really didn't do that on